Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we would do some more work in our fantasy journal, and first of all maybe take a little peek at what we've done so far, what I've done so far. I'm not going to take you page by page, like I'm not going to do a video on each page because it simply just takes far too long. So yeah, so this is our cover, and as you saw in the first video, I have a link there in the description on how to do this cover. Two links, one to do a faux leather cover for our book cover, and then another one on how to do this hot glue gun tree. So if you're interested in those, they're in the link in the first video. So yeah, so that's our cover. And I made a few changes, just added a bit of washi tape here to secure my pages. That's our first two pages. Now this I've changed almost totally. I just wasn't happy. It was too busy the way I had it before. So as you know, we did this booklet just made of backing. That's what this is. And then cut up coffee stain paper, stapled at the top, and then a piece of some washi tape, and then a piece of paper on the top. And this was an envelope, a small little envelope that you get for like party favors or something. You know, you get them at the dollar store, the little bags actually. And so this was a little bag, and I just added this image and this paper in the background and distressed the edges. And yeah, so this paper is from a stash of decorative papers I have, and this is washi tape I put on the outside just to give it a little more color. And there was purple in this background paper, so I thought I'd add a little bit more to the edges here, and then again secure our pages. And our envelope, now I made this with an envelope and put some decorative paper on the flap, some paper that I made with some stamps that I made out of a piece of foam. So I may in the future, if you're interested, do a video on how to make your own stencils and stamps. And this is a key from some ephemera that I got online, just a whole bag of keys, and then a piece of decorative paper in the background, some washi tape. Now this was some jelly print paper that I did, and then put this through the printer to get this image on my paper, on my jelly printed paper. So yeah, so and I put this key on just to give the flap some weight, so the flap just doesn't open and your whatever you have decided to put in here doesn't fall out. I haven't decided yet what to put in there. I really quite like these pages. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but maybe you could tell me if you like it, what it is that you know, appeals to you. So this was some, again, decorative paper. This was a sheet cut from another sheet of decorative paper, and this was some ephemera I got in a booklet that I got online. And I can add that in the description, each of these papers and from what company they came, and these images. This I made myself. This is a cutout piece of jelly print paper. Then I just used a silver gel pen to mark in these lines, and again decorative papers in the background, a piece of washi tape again to secure our binding here, our center. Stamperia papers. Not sure what the, I will look it up. Not sure what the theme of these papers were. Just trying to think. I can't think of what it was, but I wanted to go a little lighter here because everything was so dark, although I love the dark colors. Decided to go a little bit lighter. Now this is coffee stain paper, and as it turned out, I put in some green paper. I bought some green copy paper, and I put the green copy paper in to be coffee stained, and then I put a plain white piece of copy paper to coffee stain, and it picked up some of the leftover green. So I got this nice effect, and I thought, oh, well, cool. So I thought it would be time to put another sheet of another writing page in. So I pulled out this writing page, and we're just going paper to paper. So I'm just going to use a glue stick here. And remember, you can always go back and add more. I sometimes go back and, as I did in the first couple pages, go back and take off what I don't like and redo it. Nobody says that whatever you've done has to stay exactly the same, right? Okay. Now I'm going to line this up quite far over to the left because I have a bit of space there. And this is, this paper is large enough that I need to allow for my fold here. Now you're going to find when you coffee stain paper, this is a piece of paper that I printed out. I got this image online of the lines and the border here, and I coffee stained those and just printed in black and white just to save ink instead of printing in color. So I printed these lines with the border in black and white, and then I coffee stained it after instead of using, you know, the color ink. Okay, so that's that. Sort of goes with the coffee stains on this, doesn't it? Funny about that. Okay, now I thought for these two pages, again, another jelly print paper. Now I'll try to remember to put the link in for how to do jelly prints for those of you that haven't done a jelly print before. This was jelly printed, and then I stamped with some gold paint on top. Nice effect, I believe. So going to put that down. I think I'm just going to glue on the book, because then I know where my page, where the edges are of my page are, because my jelly printed paper is a little bit bigger than this page, so, and I will trim it off after. Okay, that should do it. Lining it up with the center, because if you do need to cut it down a bit, you want it lined up at the center and have the, you know, the amount of paper you need to cut off be on the outside so that you can cut it off. Now that's going to take a few minutes for that glue to start drying, so I'm just going to leave it at that for now. Okay, now I have this gorgeous image to put here. It's gorgeous The image is gorgeous. The simplicity of it is gorgeous. I just stressed the edges of this torn paper, but I think I'll add a little bit more using Ranger's Distress ink. This is a vintage photo. Okay, that should work. Now back to the glue stick. Making sure I have enough glue on there. I think that will do. Okay, isn't that lovely? She's gorgeous. Gorgeous, I say. Okay, now here we have, this is another print I lifted from on my jelly plate. This was a black and white image of just a tree in a field, and I use obviously these colors on the plate and my black and white image, and this is what I got. I thought that was pretty nice. And I thought I'd put this as the background. Another jelly print. And another sheet of writing paper. And I think I will use this to back it up. Oops. So it looks like that. So let's do our left side first. Now again, this is bigger than my book page, and I will trim that down. Actually, my book's getting quite big, and it becomes more difficult to cut your pages. So I'm going to, as soon as I find my pencil, going to mark the page here. Make sure I have it. Okay, I'm going to mark the page to cut it here. Of course, I'll save that. And get out the trusty old glue stick. Oh. There we have it. I'm not very good at lining things up. Those of you that have been with me for a while can attest to that. All right. And then our page. So I hope you've all been well. I'm assuming if you're watching YouTube videos that today at least you're well. I'm curious though, I was thinking about this the other day. On what device do you watch your YouTube videos? Are you watching on TV or a tablet or your phone or your computer? I'm just curious because as a YouTube creator, I can determine what size I want my video to be. You know, how close I want it to be. I determine that on my camera. So it makes a difference if you're watching mostly on a TV or mostly on a little phone screen. It affects it affects how you're seeing the videos. Now, a nice thing about using a credit card or a gift card like this to smooth out your paper after you've laid it into the glue is it does help smooth out your coffee stain paper. When you coffee stain paper, there's a tendency for the paper to bump up a bit. I don't know what the word is, sort of crumple up a wee bit. So this helps smooth out smaller sheets of paper a little bit. So there, that's that side. Now we need to add this. Now as you can see by this, there's some gold in there. I love to add some gold to my acrylic paint when I'm doing a jelly print. Gold or antique gold, mostly antique gold actually. It's a little less yellow than regular gold. Or bronze. I'll tell you, golden acrylic paint in the tube, the bronze is gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. So if you get a chance to pick, it's not cheap, but it lasts quite a long time and it is beautiful. So, and otherwise you can get from Amazon some paints from Sargent. It's a pack of 6. I bought a pack of 6. It has gold, Aztec gold, antique gold, silver, bronze, and I forget the other color. Rose gold, maybe? I'm not sure. Anyway, there's 6 beautiful colors. And I use those very happily in my work. Okay, now our tree image. Would have been nice had I been able to use it this way, but no, it's meant to go this way. A panoramic view. So when you do these black and white images on your gel print, it has to be either from a photo magazine that uses laser printed, or you have to have a laser printer, from what I understand. I only have an inkjet, but I happen to have a couple photography books that I can still lift prints from those images. I'm not sure what determines which photographs you can and can't use if you don't have if you only have an inkjet printer, not a laser printer. So I only have an inkjet, so I was just lucky that the photography books I had that I was lifting images from, I guess, are laser printed, which allowed me to use them for my prints. Now, isn't that lovely? It's lovely. Okay, now I'm just going to regroup and see how we're doing for time, and yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so our video is about 22 minutes long, so I'm just going to make this section quite short. I just wanted to share with you, for those of you that watched the video on collage / masterboards, how to make a masterboard and what you can use it for, I'll put that in the link too. I have this as a journal card, and what I want to do is I happen to have some black feathers, so I thought it'd be fun to add these feathers to my crow. So I'm going to do that. Now, this is tricky. I've never done this before, but I'm going to give it a shot. Fingers crossed. Now this is going to need to be have some weight put down on it to hold it down. So I'm not going to keep you here while I hold this down. I think what I'll do is I'll finish up with the rest of the feathers and then show you at the end and say goodbye. Okay, so I have all my feathers glued on. And just to give you an idea, I started with the largest feather, and then I put some weight down on that. I used Aleene's tacky glue, put the glue on the paper, put the feather down, then put a weight on top of that. When I thought that was, you know, stuck well enough, I added another and another and another. So I added about, I don't know, probably 5 feathers on this. So I think that's cool. So, and I also outlined his head just to make it stand out a little bit more, because the feathers were standing out and his head kind of got pushed into the background. So, and as you can see, since I have another crow on my first pages of my book, I put feathers on that one too. So, cool, eh? That works for me. Okay, so my next video, I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to probably use this. This I made with a hot glue gun, and we'll probably use that. And I'm thinking about adding like a dangle. Now this is just an old necklace I found in a thrift shop, and I added this piece to the bottom, which to me looks quite old. So I'm going to figure out how I'm going to, I don't have grommets and, you know, things like that to add this to my journal, but I'll figure out a way. Necessity is the mother of invention, as they say. So yeah, look forward to that. So yeah, here's what we've done. We did these two in our first video, and our pocket here, and the pages that I like so much. Today we put on our writing page and our jelly printed paper, our beautiful image here, another jelly printed another jelly print, and this one I did with the black and white on top of the color, and another writing page. And then, of course, our beautiful crow. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you've picked up a few tips. And oh, and I wanted to mention what I did was, after I put a couple of feathers down, the next feather I tucked sort of underneath the one before it, and then glued it down so that it has that support. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. Would love a thumbs up. I always appreciate thumbs up. It helps me know I'm on the right track. And I hope you folks have an absolutely fabulous day. And think about our folks in Europe. All right, take care, my friends. Bye for now.